So for today, we heard from Proverbs, and I love Proverbs. It's from the wisdom books of the Bible in the Old Testament. And I love Proverbs. I love the very idea of Proverbs. And frankly, this book of the Bible is more nuanced than you're probably expecting of it. So, if it's okay with you, I'd like to begin by sharing my favorite proverb of all time. And I love it because it's true, but it's amazingly politically incorrect. It is, for the record, chapter 11, verse 22. Like a golden ring in the snout of a pig is a beautiful woman with a rebellious disposition. I have total faith that if I ended the homily here, I would get beaten up in the parking lot after church by a bunch of grandmas. So just hang on that. Give me a chance to explain what that proverb means. The author is really just saying that beauty is one tiny attribute of what makes up a person. And so it's like a warning. It's a warning to young people who have not yet gotten married. It's like he's saying, guys, watch out. If you meet a young lady who is really mean and clearly doesn't care about you and has some dangerous and possibly illegal bad habits, stay away. Stay away from someone like that. It doesn't matter how beautiful she is, because beauty will not make up for someone's toxic personality. A pig with a golden ring is still a filthy pig. And a toxic personality with a pretty face is still a toxic personality. Ladies, don't worry. This point applies equally to the guys. Okay? A selfish man with a great head of hair is still a selfish man. We don't hear both sides of that in the proverb. We're pretty sure that most of Proverbs was written by a father to his teenage son as he was going out into the world. So like most of the Bible, Proverbs is written for a primarily male audience. That's just the way it is. The true spiritual lessons at work, well, they apply just as easily to men and women. But you sort of have to read past the culture of the day that it was originally written in. So basically, we're talking about good parental advice that applies to anyone's dating efforts, because anybody deserves to be with someone that will truly care for them. And no one should be with anyone whose only good quality is an attractive face. Everybody can do better than that. Now, if you continue to read the book of Proverbs like the whole thing, that exact same advice can be applied to our spiritual lives in general. And that's what we heard in the first reading. The first reading was talking about wisdom as if it's a person. So call her Lady Wisdom, if you will. Lady Wisdom is a beautiful woman who will truly care for you. She has welcomed you into her home. She has prepared good food that will truly sustain you. She will support you. She will correct you with kindness when you mess up. She will build up your dignity and self-esteem. She is educated. She is respected. She is dignified. And she wants you to succeed. She wants you to be happy. She wants you to be at peace. And then the book of Proverbs goes on to say that across the street lives another woman. Her name is Lady Folly, or Lady Foolishness. Lady Folly has also welcomed you into her home, and she would love to have you for dinner. She has prepared food, but it will not sustain you. It is junk food by any other name. And Lady Folly has kind of an exotic look to her. She seems exciting and fun. And she probably is, for a little while. But Lady Folly does not love you. She will chip away at your self-esteem little by little. She doesn't really care if you're successful. She doesn't really care if you're happy. And when the moment comes when you're at your weakest and most vulnerable point, she will throw you on the street without even blinking an eye. I'm serious. All of that's in Proverbs. I'm condensing it, to the best of my ability, but seriously, it's all there. And I love it. I love all of it. I love the personification of wisdom itself. I love the creativity of that story. And honestly, I love the point of the story in the first place because deep down, it's true. How often have we heard wisdom coming from one side and foolishness coming on the other side? And let's not lie to ourselves. We pay attention to the foolish side with some frequency, don't we? God understands. We are foolish people sometimes. We give in to temptation here and there. We go over to the house of folly here and there. That's almost certainly true for all of us. But you all know the simple fact that allows all of this to make sense. No matter how often we visit the house of folly, we don't belong there. We don't belong with Lady Folly. She is not good for us. We belong with Lady Wisdom. We belong with the Holy Spirit, who guides us along the right way. And that right way, which was paved directly by Christ for us, that right way leads directly to the house of the Lord. It's the house where wisdom lives. And it's built with the bricks of peace, justice, mercy, and humility. And maybe when you look out the window and look across the street, you'll see that foolish temptation, which once seemed so attractive, you'll see that it really was nothing but a golden ring in the snout of a pig.